After a 5-year ban, oyster harvesting is returning to the Apalachicola Bay. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission unanimously approved a limited reopening of the bay at their meeting this afternoon in Belle Glade. But as News 13's Riley Lehman tells us, Franklin County residents are concerned about the harvest limitations.
Since its closure in 2020, the oyster population in the Apalachicola Bay has been slow to recover. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commissioners say they don't want to undo progress. On Wednesday, they decided on a limited reopening of the Apalachicola Bay. The first harvest season will be from January 1st to February 28th. It will only be open to areas with more than 400 bags of oysters per acre of legal-sized oysters.
That only means about 4 areas less than 100 acres will be opened. And so of that, it'll be 10%. They're targeting maximum 10% of the abundance of oysters in those 4 areas. And that's very conservative. And I think that's the approach we appreciate, because it's leaving oysters in place to serve as that habitat, to serve as spawning for future generations of oysters.
Harvesters will be selected through a lottery process to receive a commercial Apalachicola Bay endorsement permit. Qualified applicants would have to have legally harvested and sold wild oysters from the Apalachicola Bay between 2012 and 2020. The number of endorsements issued for the 2026 season will set the cap for future seasons.
If 150 people apply for this first season and they qualify and get the endorsement, that creates 150 endorsements. There'll be 150 endorsements available to fishermen for Apalachicola Bay year after year moving forward until the commission decides to change that number.
Some oystermen are concerned about the harvest limits.
Making a limited entry license and some of these other restrictions are just so unnecessary and actually expensive, and we need to be focused more on restoration rather than unnecessary rules, regulations, and restrictions.
Harvesters are also required to report their harvesting activity to the FWC through an oyster harvest app.
We want to start conservatively to ensure that we're open next year and the year after that and the year after that. We don't want to go into another closure. So we're being conservative now, and we would love the opportunity to present on how things are going and give you the opportunity to change things as we progress in recovery.
The FWC is planning to request money from the state legislature for more restoration efforts. They estimate that they need between $30 and $55 million to restore 2,000 acres of oyster reefs by 2032. In Apalachicola, Riley Lehman, News 13, Panhandle Strong.
The 2026 harvest applications period will run from November 10th until December 16th. Future seasons will tentatively run from October to February.